Scott Pulsipher, you are the president of WGU. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're using technology to advance student learning?
Yeah, in fact, the probably better question is how are we not using technology? One of the hallmarks of Western Governors University is that we are 100% online. We leverage the internet, we leverage all aspects of technology to power the innovation that we're driving in pretty much all aspects of what we do. And if I were to break that down somewhat, everything we utilize technology heavily into how we design curriculum, how we identify learning objectives and outcomes and map those to workforce competencies. We leverage technology in enabling our faculty and their engagement with students. We obviously leverage technology to design specific student experiences and applications and environments and access to learning resources. Everything about their journey with us is fully powered by that. One of the big and very important areas for us in leveraging technology is in also all the data. And so clearly, as you have enabled the entire end-to-end journey of a student experience with WGU, that affords us the opportunity to really understand at a much deeper level as to how our faculty are engaging with them, how students engage with learning resources, how different learners learn, all aspects of that. And then data really allows us then to power the adaptation and the ongoing invention and reinvention of how we do the things that we do to better serve our students and ultimately increase the likelihood of a better outcome for them.
WGU is one of, if not the most innovative universities in pushing forward on competency-based education. Can you tell us a little bit about that work?
Sure. I appreciate that question and also the recognition that I do believe that WGU is one of those innovators around competency-based education. It was core to our founding and it's one of our hallmarks today, clearly. The fundamental premise actually began with the students that we were serving. So it was a way to think about the design of education and the learning model to ultimately serve the student that we were founded to serve, which is the underserved student, the adult learner. And the needs that they had were for flexibility not only in access and affordability, but also in the learning design and approach. By that, what I mean is that the competency-based education focuses on assessing the demonstration of proficiency in a particular learning outcome or a competency. And we recognize that they come in with experiences and learning references that may allow them to accelerate it faster than what would have been a seat time model. So we don't measure time, we measure learning. Competency-based education obviously really requires a strength in evaluation and assessment because that is the measure of learning. That is where you really have to focus on having defined the learning objectives, mapping those into the curriculum, and ensuring it's modularized in a way that those modules can ultimately scaffold to courses, which scaffold to a degree, and then ensuring that you have really strong assessment throughout that so that you know that when a student completes the degree or the course with us, they have demonstrated proficiency. We have obviously a high volume of transactional activity being supported by technology. That also creates massive amount of data. Very specifically, in the last few years, we've been shifting from mostly an in-house kind of contained environment around all those servers and the data processing, et cetera, to where we are scaling at a pace much faster than our own ability to invest into that. And that's where the partnership with AWS has really allowed us to anchor on a cloud-based architecture from both the processing power that affords us an ability to kind of linearly scale, but also it provides us a very rich data architecture that allows us to keep amassing this volume of information that allows us to better personalize the learning for the students, allows us to enable a growing volume of faculty, a growing number of faculty members with a growing number of students. So it really just allows us to focus on what we do really well and leveraging AWS to support us.
Yeah, that's really terrific to hear. Thank you so much.
Thank you.